that way. If you like if you're planting a tree, but what happens? No, if you plant a tree, you're expecting some results, and some fruits come. What happens? We take all the fruits, and some maybe we offer one of that to Krishna. That is not right. We should offer everything to Krishna, and Krishna is going to give you, and accept it has prasadam. But we don't have such a big heart. We are little selfish. So we have to improve slowly, slowly. Maybe we'll grow in bhakti. We'll understand who is the supreme person and how to offer our obeisances, how to pray to him. Slowly, slowly we will develop that, cultivate that bhakti. That seed will grow. Bhakti bija, which is there. If you keep on chanting Maha Mantra, no, automatically Krishna is going to be merciful on all of us, and he'll take out all the darkness of ignorance. If you keep on doing bhakti. Okay, today we are doing Jnana Yoga, transcendental knowledge, history of Bhagavad Gita. So we will see when Bhagavad Gita was spoken.
During Mahabharata war.
During Mahabharata, yes, everyone knows that. Yes, almost 5,000 years back when Krishna was there in which yuga?
Kurukshetra.
Which yuga?
Dwapar
Yuga. Very nice. So how many yugas are there?
4 yugas.
Very good. So anyone remembers the period of Kali Yuga?
1,000 years.
How much?
1,000 years.
No.
4
lakh
4,32,000.
4,32,000.
Yes, 4,32,000 years is the period of Kali Yuga, and we have almost crossed 5,000 plus years. Okay, so and during Dwapar Yuga, Krishna came and he spoke Bhagavad Gita. But apart from that, one more information Krishna is giving in this chapter, that when was Bhagavad Gita spoken? We all know that that was spoken in Kurukshetra, but before that also Krishna spoke it. Why did Krishna chose Arjuna to deliver the science of Bhagavad Gita? What do you think? Why did only Arjuna? There were thousands of peoples there, no, in the Kurukshetra. Why only Arjuna?
Because Arjuna became the friend and devotee of Krishna. He surrendered to
He
Krishna.
didn't become the friend. He was already the friend, no? So he should have told him.
Because only Arjuna has a lot of doubts about his duties.
It's
He surrendered.
he was bewildered, no, and he was becoming compassionate because he was very humble and he was born with all the divine qualities. So he was not ready to kill anybody, to hurt anybody, and he was wanting to know what is right for him. And Krishna also made some situations like that, and he was so bewildered, and this was only Krishna's plan, because definitely because he knew that in Kali Yuga people are going to come with short memory, short life. They are very hypocrite type of people. So for them, and Arjuna was also knowing that, and that's why he got it clarified during that period. That's why Bhagavad Gita was spoken. It is our life manual that was spoken to Arjuna, because Arjuna was the great friend of the Lord and he was never envious. That's why Bhagavad Gita was spoken to only Arjuna, because he was his great friend. Okay, when, why, and how does Krishna appear? We will see in these chapters. Okay, when do and why do Krishna appear? Please raise your hand and please chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everyone, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So let us be ready to get transformed. Let us all take blessings of Shri Radha Govinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. Om Adnyana. Who is chanting?
Can I chant, Mataji?
Yes, Meenakshi chant.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha.
Yeah, I was born. Who is reading it?
Mataji, Mary.
Yes,
Mataji, me.
Shaurya read. Your net is not good. Who is reading?
Mama Neha.
Yes, Neha.
I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto.
Yes. Yeah, who's chanting this?
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine.
Yeah, who's reading this? Quickly.
I offer my respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Sri Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet.
Very nice. Thank you. Who is chanting this one? Adya?
Mataji.
Ankita? Yeah, read. Chant.
Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvicheshna Shunyavadi Pashante Shatarine.
Very nice. Yes, who is reading?
Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master servant of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and void.
Very nice. Who is chanting Panchatattva?
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Who is reading?
Chirag.
Yeah, Chirag, read.
I offer my respectful obeisance into Chanti Prabhu, Lord Nityananda, Sri Advait, Gadapadya,
Gadadhara Pandita.
Gadadhara Pandita, Srivat Tankur, and Srivas Thakur, and all devotees of Lord Chant.
Chaitanya. That is Chaitanya Prabhu. That is Krishna himself. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda. Who is Nityananda? Balram, Sri Balram, right? And Sri Advaita Prabhu and Sri Gadadhara Pandit and Sri Vasa Thakura, all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. These are all the incarnations which have come up with Krishna for the pastimes of the Lord. We all chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare.
Yes. So yesterday we have learned this shloka. Anybody wants to chant?
Can I chant?
Yes, chant.
Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhava yajnad bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhava.
Very nice. Yes. Who is reading?
Mataji, I'll read.
Read.
Mataji, I will read. All
Mataji.
living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rain. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice, and yajna is born of prescribed duty.
Yes. So we all know that grains. Is it that just you put seed in the ground on the soil, it is going to grow? You have to water it. The climate should be suitable and sun rays should be there, right? Everything has to be it should be favorable. Otherwise, if it is continuously raining, then also it is going to spoil. If it is continuously heat, it is going to spoil. So all the conditions are favorable, only then it is growing. And we have to put our efforts also. We have to water it. Whatever activity we have to do, that we have to do. But what happens, many times, whatever activity we do, after that we are expecting results. That is why we are suffering. We should not do like that. Whatever is there, we offer to the Lord and we accept it as a prasadam. And that we do it as if it is our duty to do it. And when you are offering it to the Lord, that is our sacrifice which we are doing. We should not accept the food grains like that only without offering it to Lord. Then when we are taking it, that belongs to the Lord. Even the piece of land is of Lord, the grain is from Lord, thus the climatic condition is from Lord, everything is from Lord. So we have to offer it to him and take it. So we all know 4 types of yugas which are there.
Satyayuga,
Satyayuga,
Treta
Treta
Yuga,
Yuga,
Dwapara
Dwapara
Yuga,
Yuga,
Kali
Kali
Yuga.
Yuga.
So the period is written here. It is Satyuga, it is 17 lakhs 28,000. Treta Yuga comes in Satyuga. What is the how you have to do bhakti? See, in all the yugas, the main purpose was to please Krishna. Bhakti was to if you see all the division, all the yugas had only one purpose, that was to please the Lord, to do bhakti, right? So how they were doing in Satyuga, they used to do what? They used to do fire sacrifice.
Meditate.
No, correct. They were doing meditation. They were not doing fire sacrifice. But later on, what happened in Treta Yuga, they were not that pure enough. In Satyuga, people could see Paramatma in their heart. That's why they were very firm and they could just concentrate, and they were very pure. Satyams, they used to be very, they used to not, let's say, lies. They used to see everybody very nicely. They used to behave very good. They were not that demonic, right? Satyuga people were good, and they used to meditate, and Paramatma was also was revealed to them. Okay, and in that period, Krishna came as he came as a boar, right? Varahadev. He came as Varahadev, and who is he? Which demon he is he? Anybody?
Hiranyaksha.
Hiranyaksha. He was, yes, he was Hiranyaksha. He took Mother Earth to some other planet. So it was in the actually this fight was in the different planet. It was in a different planet, not in particular place, same planet. It was in a different planet. In Treta Yuga, you all know what happened. Sri Ram had to go to a different country, no, to kill Ram, right? And what is the period of it?
Treta Yuga. 12 lakhs 96,000 years.
96. And in Dwapar Yuga, so here what they used to do fire sacrifices, right? And because fire sacrifices could be done, because their chanting was clear, they used to do the Brahmanas very, very powerful, and they used to know all the Shastras, and the pronunciation was very perfect, and all the item, food grains, whatever was to be offered in the fire was very, very pure. So that could be done in that yuga. That was the dharma of that yuga. But in Dwapar Yuga, it reduced. And here what happened? The demonic and evil, the evil things was in a different country. Here in Dwapar Yuga, what happened? Where was the demonic thing happening?
Same family.
Same family.
They had evil thoughts in the same family. They just didn't wanted to share the kingdom, and they were very lusty. They became very greedy. So these were the things which happened in Dwapar Yuga. And in Dwapar Yuga, we do elaborate temple worship, because they were very rich, and they could offer so much of donations, and they used to do a lot of dharma during that period. Okay, like you all know, when Krishna was born, many thousand of gold was cows were donated, and for brahmanas, and lot of food was charity was given, and lot of gold was given in charity, because that was the dharma in that yuga. And in Kali Yuga, what happens? It is in the same person. We only have both good face and bad face. We have a mask wherein both the characters are visible in the same person. And what is the age of Kali Yuga?
4,32,000.
Correct. And yesterday was Ekadashi. So today, after time has already started, so you all can have food by 6 to 10:30. I think 10:30 is the Parayana. Between that, you can have. You should at least have something, because you are doing fasting. So who is Ekadashi Devi? You know? Anybody knows? Actually, what happened? No, Papa Purusha was punishing. He was punishing all the demonic people. Whoever did any sinful activity, they were being punished very cruel. He was actually killing them. So what happened? Krishna was lying down, and that time from Krishna, one Devi appeared, and she was Ekadashi Devi. Because of compassion and love for all the fallen soul, she was incarnated from Krishna only, and she is called as Ekadashi Devi. So Ekadashi Devi wanted to kill Papa Purusha. Then Papa Purusha was very much scared, and she was about to kill him with her sword. But that time, Papa Purusha requested Ekadashi Devi, please don't kill me. I will, please give me some shelter. Where should I go and hide? Please give me some place. So she said, okay, on Ekadashi, you can go and reside in food grains. That's why we are not eating grains on Ekadashi. You should try to reframe yourself from eating grains on Ekadashi. Other days we are eating, okay. The 15 to by almost 15 days, every Ekadashi comes. Monthly twice, you have to just try to build that habit. Once you have that habit, that's okay. You can eat anything. For kids, it is okay. You can't do fasting and all. It's difficult. You have a lot of activities to do. At least you should try to not eat grains on Ekadashi. Okay. So, and Ekadashi is very, very a favorite for Krishna. You all know 9 reasons. From that, one reason was why Arjuna won the war. What was that day?
Ekadashi.
Mokshada Ekadashi, very nice. And even see here it is written in Vedic scriptures also. Garga Samhita 8.44 it is written, as fire can immediately burn a great pile of cotton. If you put cotton, one big mountain of cotton if you put, and if you just lit some fire, what happens? What happens?
Ma'am, it burns.
It burns immediately.
Burnt.
Right? So similarly, if you do Ekadashi, it has been confirmed in Vedas that if a mountain Meru is the biggest one, okay. So how many years, like we have gone for, it is not only one life we have taken numerous births, right? Birth after death, death after birth, again it is continuously cycle, and we have accumulated lot of impious activities which is there. Everything can be burned if you do one Ekadashi, okay. So it is very, very favorite to Krishna. You all can try to do it. Slowly develop the habit, and these were the 9 reasons. You all know which are they. Why did Arjuna won the war? It was also Ekadashi on that day, right? So first is Dharma Kshetra,
Divine chariot,
Kapit
Kapit Vaja, shell,
Lakshmi Rishikesha.
yes, very nice.
Jaksa Jivita,
Very nice.
Mokshada Ekadashi.
Very good. Thank you so much. Today we are going to see the history of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Hamavyayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manurishwa Kave Brave 4.1. This is very actually Krishna is speaking in the first shloka 4.1. Okay, you all can try to chant. Who wants to chant? Please raise your hand and chant.
Mataji, may I chant?
Yeah, chant. Sure, you chant.
Imam vivashvate yog Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Imam vivashvate yogam Prokta Vamaham Avyayam Vivashvan Manave Praha Manur Ishva Kave Bravit.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes, Meenakshi.
Iman Vivasvate Yogam, Proktavanaham Avyayam, Vivasayan Manave Praha, Manurikshva Kave Bravit.
Very good. Yes, who is reading the translation?
The blessed Lord said, I instruct this impressible science of yoga to the sun god Vivasvam, and Vivasvan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed to Ikshvaku.
Okay. Yes, the blessed Lord said, I instruct. See, God is saying this. I instructed this science to whom?
Sun God
Sun God
God.
Yes. So God is saying that He has already instructed this to Sun God. Who is He? Vivaswan. His name is Vivaswan. And Vivaswan instructed it to Manu. He gave it to Manu, the father of mankind. Right? And Manu in turn instructed it to Ishwaku. It was being given to Ishwaku. Ishwaku is the great ancestor of Sri Ram. When Sri Ram came, in which yuga? Yes. So before Treta Yuga only, Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita. It was not only in Dwapar Yuga when Krishna came personally, not in that Yuga, but before that only Krishna spoke. So he gave this imperishable science to Sun God. Who is Sun God? He is Vivaswan. And Vivaswan gave it to whom? Sun God gave it to,
Vasu.
yeah. Sun God gave it to,
Manu.
yes, he gave it. No, Sun God is Vivaswan. Vivaswan gave it to Manu, and Manu gave it to Ishwaku. Okay, you can take the in that. Yes,
Ishwaku.
Ishwaku is also one of the king. No, he is one of the king. He's a great ancestor of Sri Ramji. Okay, during that period he was there. Right, and then in 4.2, God is also saying, Ivam parampara praptam imam rajasayo vidu sakale namahata yoga nashta parantapa. So what happened? Yes, who is chanting it?
Mataji, may I?
Can I, Mataji?
Yes, chant Anushka.
Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham sakalena mahata yogan nashtam parantapa.
Very nice. Who next?
Taji, may I?
Yes, chant.
Ivam parampara praptam imam rajasayo vidu sakleneha mata yogo nashta parantapa.
Kalena mahata yoga nashta parantapa. Yes, Meenakshi, chant.
Ivam parampara praptam imam rajarasyo vidu sakalena he mahata yoga nashta parantapa.
Yes, who is reading?
Evam parampara praptam imam rajasayo vidu sakalena mahata yoga nashto parantapa.
Very nice. Yes,
This
Gia.
supreme science was thus
1 minute. Let Gia read.
This supreme science was thus received to the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it appears to be lost.
Yes, Krishna is saying this was already imperishable science. This is called imperishable science, in which you can also know where this knowledge we get in any of the literature, in any of the books, any school books. We don't get all that, right? But only in this, that is why it is called the king of knowledge, right? And this was imperishable science, which was lost. That's why Krishna had to again come, and that's why Krishna is giving importance to the chain of disciplic succession, because chain of disciplic succession is from sun god. It is going, the chain is there, no, through Manu, and Manu is giving it to Ishwaku. So that is the chain. And then Ishwaku also, he didn't pass it on to other kings later on. And that's why that information was lost. And that's why Krishna had to refresh it again. And he had to, when he came, he again started, he explained this science to Arjuna. So that was lost. That's why the succession was broken. That's why Krishna spoke this to Arjuna. Right, and we all know this yuga. We can just we can't remember everything. Just we should know that these are the period. 4 yugas are there. You all know, right? Yes.
Yes.
4 yugas. Yes. So which are there? Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kal Yuga. If you add all this, that becomes Chatur Yugas. These are Chatur Yugas. If you add that, one Manvantara is happening. This is one Manvantara. If you add all the years, together, it becomes so much. Okay, 17 lakhs 28, 12 lakh 96, 8 lakh 64, 4 lakh 32. If you add four yugas, it becomes one Chatur Yuga. And Chatur Yuga, if that is added to 72 Chatur Yugas, if this is 72 Chatur Yugas, one Manvantara happens. That is this much years. Okay, and then 1000 Chatur Yugas. If this is added to 1000 times, that is one Kalpa. One Kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. Similarly is the night. So total years of Brahma's life is almost, it is said, 100 years Brahmaji lives. Okay, so if you multiply that into 2 kalpas, day, 1 day and 24 hours of 12 plus 12, it is 24. So total years life of Brahma is 311 trillion years. Okay, so you can just understand in that way. And it is not only one Brahma. Okay, there are numerous universes, and in our universes, in this material world, Brahma Loka, in the material world, that is the topmost. After that, all the planets are there. Okay, we are on the 14th planet. We are on the 14th planets. You can just see that. And Brahmaji is on the topmost in the material world. Okay, and after that, the Shiva Loka and so many other lokas are there. I'll be sending after that one. Golok chart will also come. That time we'll see. So the history of Bhagavad Gita, if you see, it was spoken to sun god so many years, 120 million years ago. It was spoken. It was spoken very, very long back. Okay, and then sun god gave it to whom? Vivaswan. Vivaswan gave it to Manu. Vivaswan gave it to Manu. He's almost this much, so many years. And then it was repeated. When Krishna came 5,000 years back, it was repeated again to Arjuna. And what happened then? It was being taken by Shankaracharya 1,200 years ago. And then Ramanujacharya by 1,000 years back. And 750 years back, it is Madhvacharya. This is the chain of disciplic succession. We can think that way. So, okay. So that is why it is very important that we take up bhakti through a parampara guru, right? It is very important. Otherwise, we don't know exactly what is the base of the guru, right? And then finally, Prabhupada has taken it in 1972. Okay, that is the chain of disciplic succession. In India, actually, there are 4 prominent paramparas. We take Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Parampara, Sampradaya. Okay, so Krishna has these are the 4 division of paramparas. First is Brahma Parampara. We are taking this one. Okay, then Shri Parampara, that is Lakshmi Ji's Parampara. Then Rudra Parampara, that is Lord Shiva's Parampara. And then 4 Kumara, they are the 4 sons. They were small kids like the Vedas which are there. They were 4 kids of Brahmaji. That is their parampara. So you should always, whenever you want to take diksha and all, no, you should be very careful. For kids, I don't know, they must be aware. Few of them must be aware. Maybe our parents have taken. But yes, this is very important to know that from which parampara we are taking diksha. Okay, so Prabhupada's disciple is His Grace Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and His Grace Namanishta Das Prabhuji. Right, so these are the paramparas which are very, very important. Otherwise, we don't know from where it has been coming. Okay, so human life is meant for, which is many people keep on saying that, oh, we are very it's very rare to get human form and let us enjoy. They just say, but it is not to just enjoy, right? It is meant for cultivation of spiritual knowledge, to know, because we are fortunate enough to have mind. We can use we have good consciousness. We have subconsciousness. We can definitely try to know why we were born. This is for spiritual knowledge. In eternal relationship with Supreme Personality of God, it is said in Bhagavad Gita 4.1. So some fashions don't change with time, no? We keep on having like a disciplic succession. People used to wear something, the same thing is being carried away because our ancestors have taken up that, and that's why it is being carried out. The fashion doesn't go. It keeps on happening. Even now people are wearing dhotis and all, no? Right or wrong? Even though it was first worn by somebody else, but still the parampara is carried on. Similarly goes with the dresses, the costumes and all. Whoever which family you are born, the tradition which is there, it is being carried away. Like we in India, usually sari is being worn. Till now, we all try to wear sari, you know. So this is the parampara which we have taken up. So it keeps on going. You can know how we have to wear it, right? Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is a senior because Arjuna and Krishna were born in the same yuga. And they were almost friends also. And in the same family, he was his aunt's son. And they were born and they were from childhood, they were together. So Arjuna is confused. How is it that possible? Krishna is of my age, similar to my age, somewhere few years difference, but still how can he meet sun god who is very very senior? Because before Krishna, Arjuna was born, the sun was already there in the sky. So he's just confused. How can Krishna give this information, who was born in this yuga, to sun god who is very very senior by birth to you? How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed the science to him? So he wanted to know how is it possible, but how can this happen? We both are born in Dwapar Yuga. So Krishna will tell that he is actually, we should not think that Krishna is just born in this yuga. God does not, is not born. He appears. Krishna appears, right? God appears in every millennium after millennium. You all know Krishna is eternal. He was never born. He was always there. Govindadi Purusham Paramam. So everyone know, anybody knows Brahma Samhitas, any shloka?
Mataji, I know.
Yes, please chant.
Ishvaraha Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam.
Very beautiful. So he is the reason of all, right? Sarva Karana Karanam. And he is the Adi Purusha. He is the first person. Okay. So you can consider he to be a great grandfather. He is very, very senior, but still he doesn't look old. He doesn't become old. He is always, because his body and his soul is not material like us. It is not different from each other. Our body is different. Our soul is different. His body is transcendental. Okay. God is different. We can't compare ourselves with Lord. But yes, we have some part of the thing which is there, that is Satchit Anand, which it is there from the soul, which is from Krishna. How does Krishna appear? Anybody knows this shloka?
Ma'am, can I say this shloka?
Yes, please chant.
Yes. Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyudhamni dharmasya kadatmajam srijamnah.
Very good. Thank you so much. Yes, who is reading it?
Mataji, me.
Mataji, may I chant the shloka?
Yes, chant.
Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata abhyudhanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
Yes, thank you so much. Who is reading?
Mataji, me.
Yes, read.
Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form.
So Krishna comes after every millennium. He comes because everything is his only. No, he can come anytime. So he comes, and he is never born. Okay, he appears. When he was born, we appeared in Mathura. Just 1 minute. Anybody wants to chant? They can chant the shloka again.
Can I chant, Mataji?
That's the chant.
Yada yada hi dharmasya gnanir pravati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
Yes, Krishna comes every millennium after millennium, right? When he wants to come, and he has a transcendental body, and which is and he is the Lord of everyone. Whenever he wants, he comes on his own original transcendental form. Okay, yeah. Who wants to read this?
Mataji, me.
Yeah.
Krishna.
Read.
Krishna appears in this material world in his original external form. with 2 hands holding a flute. He appears exactly in his eternal body, uncontaminated by this material world.
So Krishna is actually, this is the personal form of the Lord, Bhagwan form. You can see he is always holding a flute, always having a peacock feather and a beautiful smile. And he's always in which color garments?
Yellow.
Yellow color garments.
Very nice. He likes always he wears yellow clothes garments and Radharani in blue. That is their favorite garments. You can also say that he always likes to wear that, and he is also named with that. His one of the name is also like that. Anybody knows his name?
Pitambara.
Pitambar. Very good. Very nice. In order to deliver the pious, anyone knows this shloka?
परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Very nice. So Krishna is saying here, so whoever are demonic, this is Kamsa. He had come to kill Kamsa also because he was very impious, right? He tried to kill his mother, and he also caged her for so many years. Also, he killed all his all her mother's kids also before when they were born. Immediately he killed them, right? He was so, because he was careful that Krishna would kill him, that's why he wanted to kill all the babies when they were born. So Krishna decided that because Devaki was a pure devotee, and Krishna protects all the devotees. Why do Krishna appear? To protect his, there are few reasons why Krishna appeared. Which are there? Anybody wants to tell me?
Mataji, to protect
Yes.
devotees, to re-establish dharma, and to kill the demons.
Re-establish. Yes, very nice. In order to deliver the pious and annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish principles of religion. I advent myself millennium after millennium. Krishna comes on his own, in his transcendental form. He comes. Okay, and this is the benefit of knowing Krishna. This is the important thing. What is the benefit? Why we should know Krishna? Who is chanting this? Janma karma cha me divyam.
Can I chant this, Mataji?
Tatvatah Gyatva deham punarjanmam neti mameti sojuna. Yes, Meenakshi, chant.
Janma karma cha mevam yoveti tatvatah tatva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sojuna.
Very nice. Yes, chant, Anushka.
Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna.
Very good. Yes, who is chanting next? Yes.
One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, Shaurya, want to chant? Yes, chant.
एवं योवेति तद्वता त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन.
Yes. So Krishna is saying, who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities? So Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, it is with transcendental. So does appearance and activities does not upon leaving the body. Tyaktva Deham Punarjanmam. Anybody who is leaving the body and they are not going to, upon leaving the body, take again, they are not going to take rebirth again in this material world. But what will happen? They'll go to Krishna after Tyaktva Deham Punarjanmam Neti Mameti Sorjuna. They'll go to my eternal abode. So this is the very important thing, because what happens now, when we know Krishna, we know that he is transcendental. His body is different. His body and soul is not different from each other. His body, and he appears on his own in his transcendental form. When we all know that, we'll do bhakti and we are going back to Krishna. Krishna is confirming this. When whoever knows that my body, I am transcendental, my activities are my pastimes. See, so many pastimes are there. So Krishna becomes so mischievous. He is trying to take the milk and see, so naughty things he does. but still, and even Yashoda Maiya tried to bind him, and Krishna is also trying to, he is crying. You can see that the Lord of the Lord is also crying. He is the cause of everything. So that this is all the pastime of the Lord. We can't compare ourselves to Krishna, right? So when you know all that, definitely you're going back to Krishna. Many people say that, yeah, he's doing like that. But everything is transcendental. We should never think that it is on our platform, right? So everybody used to enjoy. See, Nanda Baba is sitting and laughing. They are so fortunate they were playing with Krishna. Same thing happens in Golok, Vrindavan also. Krishna is still having pastimes, and his favorite is like cows and all. He likes to milk, he likes butter and all, no? Everybody knows that? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So many different pastimes of the Lord. And this is also one of the pastime of the Lord. Krishna said that he's not going to lift any weapon, but still he got angry. And that was outwardly, it was like that. But this was Bhishma Dev wanted it. And that's why he is also, Bhishma Dev is also a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, right? He knew, and Bhishma Dev knew that Krishna is the Lord himself. That's why he used to pray to him. And he was very happy that Krishna is going to kill him, but Arjuna requested not to do it. But yes, that was just the pastime of the Lord. Yes, anybody wants to chant? ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्तमानुवर्तन्ते मानुषा पार्थ सर्वशः. So we many times doubt comes, has all surrendered unto me, I reward them accordingly. So Krishna says that whoever surrenders to me, I reciprocate in that way, that much degree. Suppose you just wanting something and you are in exchange. See, that is also not right, that we are expecting something from the Lord. We say, Bhagwan, please ye kar do, take this laddu and please help me out. So yes, we have to go to Lord only instead of going to some other people, because he is the only person who can give it to you. Even though if you're going to demigods also, Krishna is only sanctioning it. Without Krishna's sanction, nothing you're going to get. That is, you are doing it in a indirect way, right? When you want to get something, your mother is going to pay or your father is going to pay, you're just telling your sister or your grandmother why you are going. So that is what Krishna is saying. And whoever surrenders unto me, I reward them accordingly. Here one fruit seller was there. She was every day coming to Krishna's place at that time, no, every day Mother Yashoda used to buy fruits. But once what happened, she was busy with some guests. So she came chanting Govinda di Purushatam Ham Bhajami, and she used to always think about the Lord. She was always a great devotee of the Lord. Krishna knew that, no? Krishna came out and he took all the fruits, and in exchange he just gave, because he had seen that barter system early days. They used to buy something and they used to give some grains in return, no? So he also bought some few grains, and by the time it came, because he was doing pastime, no, only few grains were there and many were fallen down, and only 2 or 3 grains were there, and he gave it to that lady, and she also became very happy. She didn't ask for any more things, and she just got very happy, blissful to see Krishna, because Krishna is so attractive, no? And then she placed that grains on her basket and she left. When she was going home, the basket was becoming very, very heavy. She was not understanding, all the foods are already I have sold. Why is it so heavy? When she came home, when she kept the basket down, she saw that entire basket was full of pearls, diamonds, and all the precious stones. She was surprised. So Krishna is saying, I reward them accordingly as per how much percent degree they have surrendered, how much Krishna is going to reward. You all know this story, Sudama story?
Yeah, Sudama is the friend of Krishna, Lord Krishna.
Yes, very nice. So he was very, very poor, no? And his wife requested him to please go because Dwarkadish, that time Krishna was living in Dwarka. She said, Dwarkadish is your friend. She never knew that Krishna was her husband's friend. When she came to know this, she became very annoyed and she said, your friend is so rich and you don't even go and ask for some help because we are becoming very, very poor. And even the climate is so cold. We don't have winter clothes also. Our kids are suffering so much. We don't have food to eat. And at least go and request Krishna that help us in something, try to help us in some way, because our house is also broken. All the ice cubes, the ice is, what is it, snow is falling down. So she was requesting Sudama. Sudama also felt, okay, let me go and at least meet Krishna. So he decided, and he was so poor, he didn't had anything to offer to Krishna. In the past, he had not offered Krishna the something which was given it to him by his
Mataji, Sandipani Muni ashram.
Yes, in the Sandipuni Muni's ashram, no, when they were studying, once they had gone to jungle, in the forest, that time he didn't offer anything to Krishna. He only kept and started eating it. So that time, it was, see, just a moment. Huh? Yes, anybody knows the story, they can just tell me. Anyone? Nobody knows? Strange? Okay. So that time he didn't Sandipuni Muni's wife said, so whenever you go to forest, no, that time if you both become hungry, you can have some puffed rice, which he stored it and gave it to Sudama to hold it. But Sudama was sitting in a different tree and Krishna was sitting in a different tree, and that was raining and windy, and he started eating on his own. He didn't offer it to the Lord. It was our duty to offer to the Lord. And that time he was, after their school was, education was over, they parted and they had their own activities. But Sudama became very, very poor. And that's why now he's going to Krishna. So he thought that let me get something for Krishna. So his wife just requested some puffed rice from all her neighbors, and she made nice bag of the puffed rice, and Sudama took that. And when Sudama came to the palace of Krishna, all the people there, they were surprised to see such, he was very lean with torn clothes, and he was requesting Krishna. So everybody requested, who are you? He said, I'm Sudama. Just inform Dwarkadish that I have come. When Krishna heard this, Krishna started running from inside the palace and he wanted to go and meet his friend. And when he saw Sudama, he was so happy. He hugged him and he brought him back, and he cleaned his leg because he was a Brahmana, to set an example that we should respect Brahmanas because they have the knowledge. They are reading the Shastras. They are the, you can say, Krishna, the Brahmanas are the brain of the Krishna. You can just see that way. The arms which are there in the body of Krishna, that is the Kshatriyas. You can think in that way. Okay. So and even the goddess of fortune was also fanning Sudama that time. So this is very, very rare. If one makes friendship with Krishna, one will never be cheated and he will get all help needed. It is being said in Srimad Bhagavatam in Canto 3, Chapter 24, Shloka 4. Okay, this has been already confirmed. So you can also become the great, great friend of the Lord by just thinking about the Lord. Lord is always there in everybody, no? So the body has two of them, which are there, Atma and Paramatma. You all know Krishna is God? Yes? Yes. And Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he is also a person like us, two-handed form, which we also have. Krishna also has. And he has a beautiful flute. And which is this form called as? Sundara, with a peacock feather and a flute. And Krishna is always Satchitanand, with full of bliss, and there is a difference between human and Krishna. See, our form is permanent. Is our form permanent?
No, ma'am.
Form is not permanent. See, the body is also changing, and once it is like becoming very old, we are going to leave our body. It is not going to be there ever. And Krishna is permanent. His form is permanent. So it is always there. His body is spiritual, not like us with all the bone, flesh, and all. Krishna's body is not like that. It is spiritual. There is no difference between his body and soul. Okay, our body is different from the soul. Krishna is the controller of Maya, and we are being controlled by three modes of material nature, right? Tadvidi pranipatena prariprashnena sevaya upadhyakshante te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Who is chanting this? Anybody wants to chant? No one wants to. Yes, chant quickly.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
So how we should approach our spiritual master, how to learn the truth. How can we do it? By submissively and render service to them. By very submissively. We should not be forcefully. We should go and request, please teach me something. You should ask your teachers, your spiritual master very humbly, and you should also offer some services. And because they are self-realized souls, they can give you the knowledge, and you can get the knowledge because they have seen the truth. This is how you have to approach a spiritual master. Who is God? Krishna is God. And is he a person? Yes, he is also a person. Okay, he also feels good, he also feels bad, right? He also has emotions like us. He also feels happy when you pray to him. He has a Shyama Sundar form, a beautiful form, a peacock feather, always a flute, and everybody is captivated when he is standing there. He has a peacock feather on his head, right? And a flute on his hand. So you can all make Krishna. Yesterday, I think who sent me the drawing? Can you all, just a moment. Who had sent me the drawing yesterday? Nobody wants to talk. Yes, someone has. Yeah, who shared the drawing yesterday? It was so beautiful. I was trying to share that. I thought if he is there, I can ask him to, just a moment. Anybody remembers who shared? Yes, it was Stuti. Stuti, who is Stuti? Is Stuti there? Yes, Stuti Verma. She's there. Why don't you unmute?
Yes, Mataji, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Can you show your picture here? It was so beautiful. You all can make the pictures and send it to me, okay? You all are able to on your videos. If possible, you can just share the picture here of the drawing, the Krishna, which he made. It was so beautiful. Okay, I'll open the WhatsApp. You can share there otherwise, no problem, okay? Vancha kalpatarubhashya kripa sindhubhe vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo nama. Ananta koti Vaishnavandi ki jai. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, everyone. So
Mataji?
Yes, beta.
Mataji, can you send yesterday's and today's PPT?
Yes, it is shared, no?
No, Mataji, yesterday's it is not shared.
Okay. Fine. Today we will share. Today, Nitin.
Mataji, can you give your number?
Oh, yeah, you can just take down my number. I have just put in chat box. So whoever wants to draw, no, I'll open the WhatsApp group. Please refrain from sending something else. You can send your drawing. You can send your chanted audios. You can give the meaning of any shlokas. You can just say that, okay? Yes, whoever wants to share that drawing, they can show me. Yes, Neha is ready with the drawing. So cute, Krishna, Radha, and Krishna with the conch shell. Which is the conch shell? What is the name of that conch shell? Anybody knows that? Okay. Krishna's conch shell is.
I know.
Yeah, Chant.
ऋषिकेशा देवदत्तं धनुञ्जयः पौण्ड्रौ दद्मौ महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मवृकोदरः.
Haribol. Yeah, you all know it. Huh? It's very nice, Neha. It was so beautiful. I'll open the WhatsApp group. You all can share there, okay? Whoever has drawn. Okay, I'll just open the WhatsApp today for everyone. You can all again share it, okay? Thank you so much. Let us all meet again tomorrow. Let us all stand again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Everyone has marked your attendance. Everyone has marked. So
Yes,
there should not be any person who has not marked. Please let me know right now. Didn't mark? See in the WhatsApp, in the chat box, I have shared the attendance code. Please everybody mark quickly and then leave the class. After marking only you should leave the class. Please take the quizzes. Yes, in the weekend also. See, continuously the classes would be there even on Saturday, Sundays.